Good morning. It's day 6, and I'd like to say I'm feeling a lot better, but I'm still pretty loopy and congested, a bit dizzy. I hate that part of this, like the loopiness, the brain fog. It's driving me bonkers. But I am going into physical therapy for a checkup on my calf, and I will wear a face mask, don't worry. And then my cousins want me to take it easy today. And I'm like, I have been taking it easy. I can't take it easy any longer. I'm getting tired of this. But like not reading for a little bit, like spending some time just with my eyes closed, not doing anything cerebral, I guess, with my brain, and then just resting. We'll see how well that goes, because, yeah, I'm just tired of resting. I'm ready for my brain to be back to normal. I didn't quite finish It Happened One Summer yet, but I'm getting very close to that, and I'm hoping that today I'll be able to finish it. It's raining today, and we are so happy because it hasn't rained most this summer here in Washington, and we're used to having more rain than we've been having. And we love the rain, so it feels good to have some rain. I even got little droplets on my glasses. This is great. This is great. Okay, so as I mentioned, today is day 6, and I have finished It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. I'm going to give this a 3-star, maybe 3.25. I'll have to think about it. It was long, and it wasn't awful. It was like I said, kind of a generic romance. I thought that the two main characters were a bit much, especially towards the end. The dramatics were really high. Sometimes it felt a little unnecessary. I thought they were a little codependent. So there were some aspects of how they were with each other that didn't feel healthy in their relationship. But, it still was cute and just kind of long. Like, I don't think it needed to go that long. And as I mentioned before, the smutty scenes were not sexy to me. They just didn't cut it. So I will read the second one because I am interested in hearing her sister's story. And we'll see if maybe Tessa Bailey's writing's just not necessarily for me. And that's possible because, everybody has different tastes. This was cute, fun, 3 stars. I think a lot of people would enjoy it. I have been enjoying the 5 senses aspects of it, even though I haven't been able to enjoy all of them. I am really struggling right now with my sense of smell. I do still plan on making the crab toast and the drinks. It'll happen sometime this month. I still want to make those. So I'm going to finish doing the whole 5 senses experience, even if I don't do them today. So I've been thinking quite a bit about what I want to do now because I have part of today left and then tomorrow. And tomorrow, hopefully I'm feeling a lot better because I have to start working at the fair for my aunt. She is the goat superintendent, and I said I would help out this year at the fair. And that being said, I'm not going to have a ton of time to start a whole new book off that shelf. I still have books up there I obviously could choose from and continue on with, especially standalones that would work for my Hurt Kid prompts. But with that short of time, I kind of came up with a different plan. So last year, when I was doing my 1 week, 1 shelf challenge, there was one particular week where I wasn't able to finish or even come close to finishing. And if you've seen that series, you've watched those videos, you know that it was the nonfiction week with Galileo's Daughter by Deva Sobel. I made it like halfway through and did not make it any further, and I still haven't had time to pick this book up since then. So I was thinking it would be kind of appropriate for me to continue on trying to finish up one of the books that I started during 1 week, 1 shelf last year. And that is this one, because I do want to finish it. I was really enjoying it. It's very informative. I was having fun chatting with it. And if you weren't enjoying me talking about it, I apologize. But, I'm a teacher, so I'm nerdy. So this was fun to talk about. And I'd love to share some more of my thoughts about it in the next day and a half. So I'm going to be working on this, but I'm also going to be working on another book. So let me talk about that one. In the month of August, my read-along group, Bookstar Read-Alongs, is starting the Abby Jimenez Part of Your World series. This is the book we're reading for August, and I'm thinking, well, am I going to have time this month to read it because I'm doing this 1 week, 1 shelf challenge? I think this is a great way to start it and be able to work through it, is on the days or on the weeks when I can't make more than one book work in that week based on the shelf I end up reading from. I can work on this a little bit. This and my 1 week, 1 shelf challenge from last year. So I'm thinking those are the 2 books that I'm going to work on right now for today and tomorrow, and give you some information on how that's going, give you some updates on both of those books, and hopefully that will suffice because I'd rather do that than start a whole new book off that shelf when it'll only be for a day and a half. And so, yeah, that's my plan. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm excited to finally get into this series because I've heard so much about it. And I'm hoping that this romance author will be really for me. I've heard mostly positive things about this series. I haven't heard a lot of negative things, so I'm really excited to find out what Abby Jimenez is all about. Look at this little boy. We had to get out of the house. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit of a bookish haul with you because I'm feeling a little better. Like, my brain's not feeling quite as loopy at the moment. Before we left for our cruise, Shell flew into here and she had sent a whole bunch of Christmas gifts for Mom and I with her son when he came up to visit with Nathaniel. And we still hadn't opened them. And we still had gifts that from a couple years ago we hadn't opened from her, because we kind of wanted to share that experience with Shell and Nathaniel, like if you're doing FaceTime or something like that. And we were also waiting until we sent them gifts, which hasn't happened. We have gifts around in somewhere, and we just never got around to packing them all up and sending them their way. So Shell was like, that's it, I'm here, you're opening the gifts. So a lot of the gifts that she got me were really bookish, and I'm really excited to kind of share that with you. So one of the first things I opened was this candle. It's called Bookstore Scent, and it has mahogany, leather, and coffee smell. So I can't smell hardly anything right now. This will be really lovely when I can actually smell things again while I'm reading a book, because it's supposed to give you the scent of a bookstore, and I love that idea, especially like with the coffee added to it. Next, she gave me these really cute socks, and they're those little things from, you know, like back in the day when we were kids and you go to the library and you checked out your library book, they had the little thing that went in the sleeve in the front of your book, so you knew who else had checked it out before you, and it had like the date that you checked it out and the date that it was due. And I just think these are so cute. It's very nostalgic. Love a good bookish sock. She'd gotten like a packet of like tons of bookmarks, and so I have a whole stack, and Mom has a whole stack. We'll never run out of bookmarks again. And they say things like, I still read fairy tales, they're just spicier now. And you know, just one more page. There's a whole bunch of cute little, just simple bookmarks, but they're fun. And I always can use bookmarks. I love bookmarks. I use bookmarks all the time. So I know some people like dog ear and stuff like that. Not me. I'm a bookmark girly. So thank you, Shell. I will never run out of bookmarks. And I could put some of these next to my bed too, because that's always where I find I'm missing bookmarks. Like I have a little bookmark thing next to my bed, and for some reason it's always missing bookmarks. So I can put some of these in that. Then she also got me this incredible puzzle, which I've actually looked at when I've hit bookstores and stuff that have this puzzle set in it. And this is The World of Jane Austen, a jigsaw puzzle with 60 characters and great houses to find. It would be fun to like see if you can recognize the scenes that the different people are in. Like this one here, this is that horrific scene in Persuasion. That is both fantastic because it adds to the plot, but it's so like secondhand embarrassment. It's terrible. And she gets hurt bad. So yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful puzzle. And luckily for Shell and for me, I didn't end up picking it up for myself because then she already got it for me. Shell's ultimate gift for me, which came with, it came with this added bag. This bag says, my weekend is all booked, which is lovely. I've already used this bag. I love a good canvas tote, and it works really well for carrying my books on the ship is what I used it for. And this is what Shell was most proud of. This beautiful mug, Death by TBR, because Shell always makes fun of me because my TBR is huge. And she's like, there's no way you're ever going to get through all those books. And I'm like, you're right, but now I have variety. And so it does drive Shell nuts. And she wanted to tease me a little bit with this. I think this is hilarious, but also super cute. It's a wonderful mug. And it came with a whole bunch of accessories. It's got a little cleaning thing. And it's got a spoon. This is a cute little spoon. And it's got a straw with the cleaning stuff to go with the straw. So I'm sure this works for hot and cold drinks, and I love it. My TBR will not probably ever go down. She's right. I completely forgot to do an outro last night, so this is the outro. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens on day 7. Tomorrow's day 7. And I'll give you an update on what I'm currently reading, and I should be going off to the fair tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later.